Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And this movie came out in 2022, and it's directed by Sam Raimi. Benedict Cumberbatch is in it as Doctor Strange, Elizabeth Olsen, and a whole bunch of others that you're probably familiar with at this point from Marvel. And I thought this movie was pretty good. I really enjoyed it, and I honestly enjoyed it, I think, more than I thought I would. And it's one of the better MCU films that I've seen in recent years. And my main attraction for wanting to check this movie out is the director, Sam Raimi, because he's made some movies that I really connect with, like the Evil Dead trilogy and the Spider-Man trilogy. Those are really fun for me, and I could rewatch those at any point. I also love Drag Me to Hell and Darkman. Those are tons of fun for me, and I would definitely recommend that you check those out. And I like the cast for this movie, as I normally do, and I just really enjoyed the journey that the characters went on. And for a character like Doctor Strange, I don't really remember much about the first Doctor Strange movie, because the last time I saw it would have been 10 years ago, because I only saw it once, and that was in theaters. But going back to positives and what I like about this movie, I like the creature designs that were presented in this film, and I thought the visual effects looked mostly great, and I could basically understand what they were going for, and it looked pretty nice for the most part, and it's very well shot throughout. And I also really enjoyed the personality that's put into this film. Like, it's about the multiverse, and things can happen, like anything can happen, and it really delves into like the horror of what that could be like, and also has some jump scares in it. And in any other movie, I would just find that to be rather annoying, because I would just be pulled out of the experience and be thinking, oh, this is just a movie. But because it's a Sam Raimi film, and he has experience in horror movies and ones that I really connect with, I didn't feel as though they were like annoying. I was just feeling as though, the director was leaving his print on the film, and just letting you know, oh, this is a movie from me, and it just felt like a part of the style. And also, on top of that, I also kind of took it as kind of funny. Like, isn't it kind of funny that this movie has jump scares in it? And I thought it was very amusing throughout, and it was fun for me. And there are plenty of points in this movie where I was reminded of the Evil Dead. Just the way things were presented, I was finding a lot of enjoyment from that, and I liked a lot that it was going for, and the music was better than what I'm used to from a lot of other Marvel movies. Not saying it was great, but it was an improvement from other ones for sure. The movie was also surprisingly very fast paced. Like, it doesn't waste any time whatsoever. There's lots of action in this movie, and it just never stops. It feels like it's packed with action for me, and I just love what it's going for. I also really enjoyed the character dynamics, and just a lot of concepts that are in this movie that just remind me of a Sam Raimi film. And I feel as though it was cool to see, and especially for a MCU Disney film where they typically don't really allow much personality for the filmmakers to really give their voice to the projects. I feel this was like a huge exception. Like, they really just let Sam Raimi have some creative freedom with this film, which is surprising, because you don't really see that all that often anymore. One thing that really stood out to me was just how much more violent this movie was, and I enjoyed that aspect to it. And with Doctor Strange, with him being like a wizard, the film does utilize this as an opportunity to get creative with his powers, and I felt as though they did a pretty good job with that. Now, to get into my issues with this movie, I do feel as though the opening to this movie was kind of weak, simply because I was like, okay, what is happening right now? I just can't really connect with this. This just feels like a basic MCU film. I'm like, what is going on? And eventually it is revealed what it is, and I'm like, okay, I can get through this a bit better now, and it got a lot better after that point. But I will say the first scene is definitely the weakest part of the movie in terms of, like, as far as like scenes that I'm able to get into. And there's also some weak dialogue at a couple points where I felt as though, do we really need that line of dialogue that's just been used in so many movies. I'm just like, do we really need that? And there was some stuff that just didn't really make a lot of sense in terms of how things would work practically. And it's just like tiny things, but I'm not going to get into those right now because I don't want to spoil anything. And the comedic moments for this movie, it didn't really work for me in this film, which is unfortunate because I do feel as though the movie was trying to be funny at a couple times, but it didn't really work for me, unfortunately. The only times where I was laughing with the film, and this is just like a couple scenes, that being just Bruce Campbell in the movie. And once he showed up, I forgot that it's like a almost tradition to have Bruce Campbell in every Sam Raimi movie. It's pretty funny. I really loved seeing him on screen, and he's the best part of the movie as far as like comedic beats go. He added a lot. And that's about all I have to say about Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Really enjoyed it. I kind of love this movie. Would definitely want to see it again, and I would recommend it. If you like Sam Raimi movies, check this movie out. And I got a lot out of this movie, so check this movie out whenever you get the chance. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness a 7 out of 10. Could be an 8 one day, but I would have to rewatch it to really know the answer to that. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thought of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Francis Ha. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching, and have a great day.